Top 5 trades that will be automated last in 2025. You know what keeps me up at night? Not the bills, not the economy. It's watching people panic about AI taking their jobs. And look, I get it. ChatGPT writes essays. Robots build cars. AI designs logos. But let me tell you something. There are trades where robots are going to show up, look around and say, nah, I'm good. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe. All right, let's get into it. I'm Zach, half a century on this planet. Spent 14 years in the sheet metal union. Started as a green apprentice who didn't know a damper from a diffuser. Worked my way up to foreman. Then 15 years ago, I said screw it and started my own HVAC contracting business. That's 29 years total in the trades. And I've seen technology change everything in construction. Nail guns, replaced hammers, laser levels, replaced string lines, CAD software, replaced blueprint tables. But you know what hasn't changed? The human being. Because some jobs, they're just too human for a machine. Today I'm counting down top 5 trades that'll be automated last. These are careers where you're basically robot proof. Let's go. Number 5. Iron workers. And if you don't know what iron workers do, they're the ones walking on steel beams 40 stories up, building bridges, skyscrapers, stadiums. They're basically construction's version of superheroes, minus the cape. Here's what iron workers do. They place and secure steel beams. They read blueprints and engineering plans. They rig materials with cranes. They weld and bolt structural components. And they do it in the wind, the rain, snow, heat, at heights that would make most people puke. So why can't robots do this? 1, every job site's different. You're not in a factory. You're on a bridge over water, or a skyscraper in crowded city, or in a stadium with weird angles. 2, the environment is unpredictable. Wind changes, weather hits, materials arrive wrong, plans change on the fly. Robots need consistency. Construction is chaos. 3, it requires judgment. When something doesn't fit, you got to figure it out. Improvise, problem solve. That takes human experience. And here's the money part. Entry-level ironworkers make around 45 to 60K. But experienced ironworkers, they're pulling 70 to 100K plus, depending on location and specializations. And if you go contractor, small structural steel contracting operations can clear 150 to 300K plus annually. Large companies, way more. How do you get into it? Apprenticeship programs, usually 3 to 4 years, union or non-union. You can learn on the job while earning a paycheck. It's not easy. It's physically demanding. It's dangerous if you're not careful. But if you're not afraid of heights and you like building things that last forever, this is your calling. Hey everyone, real quick. If you're sitting there thinking, ironworker sounds cool, but I'm not sure if it's right for me. Or maybe you're trying to decide between HVAC, plumbing, electrical, or other trades. Check out Course Careers. Specifically talk to Coura. This is Course Careers' new AI career counselor. And before you say, wait, I thought we were talking about how AI can't replace us. This AI helps you find your career. It doesn't take it. Big difference. Coura will help you figure out if electrician, HVAC, plumbing, construction project managing, estimating, architectural drafting, supply chain, whatever. It will help you see if it fits your goals. Then you can start a free intro course, just like thousands of students have used to break into high-paying careers fast. No experience needed. No college degree required. The intro course shows you what the job is actually like, day to day, and it teaches you how to get hired within 4 to 12 weeks. The link is in the description, pinned in the comments. Go check it out. All right, back to the list. Number 4, finish carpenters. And we're talking custom work here, not framing, not rough carpentry. We're talking trim, crown molding, custom cabinetry, built-ins, stairs, the detail work that makes a house a home. This is art meets construction. You're not just cutting wood, you're creating. Every room is different. Every client wants something unique. Custom entertainment centers, handcrafted mantels, coffered ceilings, wainscoting, stuff that makes people walk in and go, wow. Skills you need? Precision, patience, an eye for detail. You got to read blueprints, use specialized tools, understand wood properties. Different woods expand and contract differently. You need to know that. And you got to deal with clients because they're paying premium prices for custom work. Communication matters. Why can't robots do finish carpentry? Because every single job is custom. You're working in existing spaces. Old houses with nothing square. New houses with design changes. You're problem solving constantly. That wall's not level. The corner's not 90 degrees. The wood grain doesn't match. The stain came out different. You gotta adapt, adjust, improvise. A robot would have an existential crisis. Here's what you can make. Entry-level finish carpenters, 35 to 50K. Experienced custom carpenters, 60 to 90K plus. But here's the thing. High-end custom carpentry contractors, they're charging $75 to $150 plus per hour. Small custom carpentry business owners can make $100 to $250K plus annually. If you get known for quality work in high-end areas, sky is the limit. How do you start? An apprenticeship, trade school, or working under an experienced carpenter. It takes 3 to 4 years to really develop the skills. You'll start with the basics, cutting, sanding, installing baseboards. Work your way up to the complex stuff. But once you're a master at it, you've got a skill that's always in demand. Rich people will always want custom woodwork. Number 3, roofers. And before anyone says, that's manual labor, robots can do that, stop. Let me tell you why you're wrong. Roofers install and repair roofs, shingles, tiles, metal, flat roofs, pitched roofs. They work on residential homes, commercial buildings, industrial facilities. In the summer heat, that makes the roof 150 plus degrees. In rain, in wind, on steep slopes, it's one of the toughest trades out there. What do roofers do? Specifically, they remove old roofing materials, inspect and repair roof decking, install underlayment and waterproofing, lay shingles, tiles, or other materials, ensure proper ventilation and drainage. And they do it while not falling off, which is harder than it sounds. So why can't robots roof? Every roof is different. Different pitch, different materials, different obstacles. You got skylights, chimneys, vents, solar panels, weird valleys, and dormers. And the weather is constantly changing. You can't program a robot for, it might rain in 20 minutes, work faster. Or this section is rotted, we need to replace more decking. Roofers make judgment calls all day long. That's human territory. Let's talk earnings. Entry-level roofers, 35 to 50K. Experienced roofers, 50K to 75K plus. Specialized roofers, metal, tile, commercial, 60 to 90K plus. Now roofing contractors, this is where it gets interesting. Small roofing companies can generate 200 to 500K plus in revenue. With good margins, owners take home 100 to 250K plus. Larger operations, way more. The business scales because roofs are always needed. Storms create demand. Age creates demand. New construction creates demand. Getting started. Many roofers start as laborers, learn on the job. Some do apprenticeships. Some go through union programs. It's physically demanding. No sugarcoating that. Hot, dangerous, hard on your body. But the demand is massive. There's a worker shortage. The pay is good. And if you start your own roofing company, you can build serious wealth.
Hey, a quick break here. If you want to take a free intro course on how to land a job in the trades, click in the link in the description below, pinned in the comments.
Number 2, painters. And I can hear some of you now. Painters? Really? Yes, really. Let me explain. We're not talking about slapping a coat of paint on a wall. We're talking about professional painting, interior, exterior, commercial, residential, industrial, preparation, priming, multiple coats, cut-ins, trim work, specialty finishes, staining, texture, wallpaper, epoxy floors. This is skilled work. What do professional painters do? They assess surfaces, repair damage, sand, fill holes, mask and protect areas, choose the right product, apply paint with precision, ensure even coverage, clean finish. And they gotta know chemistry, different paints for different surfaces, different weather conditions, different applications, oil-based, water-based, epoxy, lacquer, stain. It's more complex than people think. Why can't robots paint? Because painting requires feel. You feel the brush, you feel the roller, you adjust pressure constantly. You're working around outlets, light switches, fixtures, crown molding, windows. Every room is different. Every surface is different. And here's a big one, prep work. A robot can't assess wall damage and decide how to fix it. Can't sand and fill and smooth and check. 80% of a quality paint job is preparation. That's all human skill. What's the pay? Entry-level painters, 30 to 45K. Experienced painters, 45 to 70K plus. Specialized painters, industrial, commercial, decorative, 60 to 90K plus. But painting contractors? Listen, small residential painting companies can do 250 to 500K plus annually in revenue. Good margins mean owners take home 80 to 200K plus. Commercial painting contractors, even more. And here's the beauty of painting. Everyone needs it, constantly. Houses get old. Businesses rebrand. New construction needs finishing. It's recession resistant because people always want their spaces to look good. How to start? Many painters start as helpers. Learn on the trade, on the job. Some do vocational programs, some apprenticeships. It's physical, repetitive. You're on ladders. You're bending. You're reaching. But the barrier to entry is lower than other trades. You can start your own painting business with relatively low startup costs. And there's always work. Always. And number one, electricians. The most robot-proof trade on this list. Let me tell you why. Electricians install, maintain, and repair electrical systems. Residential, commercial, industrial. They wire new buildings, troubleshoot problems, upgrade panels, install fixtures, work with everything from a 110-volt outlet to a 480-volt industrial equipment. And they do it without dying, which requires knowledge, skill, and constant attention because electricity doesn't care about your mistakes. What do electricians do specifically? Read blueprints and technical diagrams, install conduit, wire, and electrical devices, test systems, troubleshoot failures, ensure code compliances, plan electrical layouts. And they gotta keep learning because codes change, technology changes, products change. Solar panels, EV chargers, smart home systems, battery backups. An electrician from 20 years ago needs to know different stuff than an electrician today. Continuous education is part of the job. Why is this the most robot-proof trade? 1, every job is different. You're troubleshooting, finding hidden problems, dealing with old work. Robots are good at repetition. Electrical work is rarely repetitive. 2, it requires problem solving. Circuits tripping could be 20 different things. You got to diagnose, test, eliminate possibilities, find the actual problem. That's human intelligence. 3, it's dangerous. You need constant awareness, judgment calls, risk assessment. Is that wire live? Do I need to kill the circuit? What's the safest approach? You can't program caution. You can't automate survival instinct. 4, code compliance. Electrical codes are complex. They vary by locations. They change regularly. You got to know what's legal, what's safe, what passes inspection. And sometimes you got to explain to a homeowner why their idea won't work, or convince a contractor that yes, you do need to do it the right way. Good luck programming that conversation into a robot. 5, physical environments, crawl spaces, attics, basements, tight spaces, heights. Every building is different. Old construction, new construction, renovations. You're fishing wire through walls, navigating around obstacles, adapting to what you find. Robots need structured environments. Construction is the opposite of structured. Now, let's talk about the money, because this is where electricians really shine. Entry-level electricians, 40 to 55K. Journeyman electricians, 60 to 90K plus. Master electricians, 75K to 110K plus. Specialized industrial electricians, 90 to 130K plus. But electrical contractors, small residential electrical companies, 200 to 500K plus in revenue annually. Commercial electrical contractors, 500K to several million. Owners of successful electrical contracting businesses, they're clearing 150 to 500K plus personally. Large operations, more. And electrical work has margins. You're billing 100 to 200 plus per hour, sometimes more for emergency service. Your actual labor costs are a fraction of that. The math works very well. How do you become an electrician? Apprenticeship, usually 4 to 5 years. Classroom instructions, plus on-the-job training. Union or non-union paths available. You start as an apprentice helper, learning, watching, doing basic tasks. Work your way up. Take tests. Log hours. Eventually become a journeyman. Then potentially a master electrician. You need to pass licensing exams. State, local, sometimes multiple. This isn't a trade you just fall into. It requires commitment. But if you do it, you got one of the best careers in construction. High pay, job security, growth potential, respect, and you're basically bulletproof against automation. So there you have it, the top 5 trades that'll be automated last. Ironworkers, building our infrastructure. Finish carpenters, creating custom beauty. Roofers, keeping us dry. Painters, making spaces look amazing. And electricians, powering our world. These trades require human judgment, human skill, human adaptation. Things robots just can't replicate. Look, I've been in the trades for 29 years. I've seen technology change everything. But the human element, that stays constant. If you're worried about automation, if you're wondering if trade work has a future, it does. And these 5 trades, they're not going anywhere. If this video helped you, smash that like button. If you want more unfiltered trade career advice, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I go, here's a trade joke for you. An electrician opens up a junction box and finds wires twisted together with electrical tape, no wire nuts, nothing properly grounded. He takes a picture, posts it online with, "Found out who did the electrical work here before me." Someone comments, "Who was it?" "The homeowner's cousin who knows electrical and did it for $50 and a case of beer." Yeah, I know. Peace out.